Today on the net users pay tribute to foreign soldiers in Afghanistan. Bloggers in Afghanistan try to give a positive image of their country on the net. And an Afghan soldier learning English makes the blogosphere smile. Firing rockets at the presidential palace, suicide attacks, new threats by the Taliban. Tension in Afghanistan still runs high while presidential and regional elections take place today, a situation that has prompted many net users to pay tribute to the soldiers of the coalition force who are stationed in the country. This film, available online, produced by a photographer who spent a year on the front, describes the living conditions of the soldiers on Afghan soil and especially looks at the work of medical teams who give assistance to wounded soldiers. Other documentaries like this one, posted on the coalition's forces YouTube channel, focus on specific missions of soldiers in Afghanistan. Here, GIs take the fingerprints of Afghan citizens to create biometric databases to identify them more easily. And NATO, which has its own web TV, shows how foreign soldiers and Afghan troops collaborate. This report shows Italians training Afghan troops who will soon be responsible for security on the border with Pakistan.
Relationships between the mentors and the mentored.
Several sites, including the Pentagon and American Defense Department sites, also publish many videos and photos to show the daily life of troops based in Afghanistan. This net user has paid his own tribute to British soldiers killed in fighting against the Taliban with this photo montage, an outcome which currently stands at more than 200 dead. But for some, the strategy adopted by foreign forces in Afghanistan is no good. This documentary in 5 parts, entitled Rethinking Afghanistan, estimated that civilian casualties are still way too high in the country, and the soldiers' priority should be to avoid so-called collateral damage in order to win the support of the population. In a country where the illiteracy rate is extremely high and electricity is a luxury, the Afghan blogosphere is still in its infancy. But local net users want to give a different image of their country, far from the bloodshed of war and brutal attacks. Nassim Fakrat, one of the pioneers of the local blogosphere, presents the culture and traditions of Afghanistan through his blog. For example, he has recently covered the national sport Buzkashi, which means the game of catch goat. This photographer composes a portrait of Afghan society through these images, one way to address issues such as the homeless, educating girls, and also addiction to opium and heroin, a problem that is ravaging this country, the world's largest producer of poppies. Others make observations about changes in society through music and fashion. Creations from designer Zolakia Shahzad, combining traditional fabrics and contemporary designs, attract the attention of many bloggers. Bloggers have united in an association to defend freedom of expression in the country and introduce new technologies to Afghans so that the population can look out onto the wide world and to encourage them to use the web to show the situation they live in. Afghanistan has only 1.5 million net users, barely 5% of its population. But the internet has developed rapidly in the country since the fall of the Taliban in 2001. In partnership with NATO, NADA, a local telecommunications company, has recently launched a major project called the Silk Highway, objective to connect the country to broadband, especially wireless technologies.
For that basic work.
Have you heard of Naweed Farouk? Well, he's the winner of the latest edition of the very popular music program Afghan Star. He has become an idol in his country with his songs, now available on the show's website.
Nice to see you.
It's perfect.
Here's a video currently creating an online buzz. It depicts a soldier in Afghanistan learning some simple phrases in English with a wide smile. Encouraged by an American soldier, the man is trying to say, "Happy see you, thank you, and thanks for everything." Images that greatly contrast with the scenes of war that are habitually filmed in the country.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks for very
Thanks for everything.
everything.
Thanks for...